Over the years, internet trolling has taken many shapes and forms.
Oh my god, bro, this dude, get the away from me.
From people using Rick Astley's song Never Gonna Give You Up in videos, or by gnoming people. I'm not making that shit up. It's called gnoming people.
I'm a gnome, and you've been gnomed.
This type of stuff is incredibly common on the internet and is used to waste your time. With an idea like sending someone content to provoke a reaction comes others who want to take it to the next level. And by next level, I mean some real messed up shit. In comes ShovelDog, aka Dead Dog Gaming, which is an infamous shock GIF that's sent to unsuspecting viewers via Twitter, 4chan, and Reddit alike. This video has made the rounds for many years, being dated back to the early 2010s and resurfacing every few years to traumatize those without warning. Speaking of warning, before I go into any further history of this GIF / video, I want to let you know I'm going to go into graphic detail of said content. If you are watching this and cannot stomach the harm of an animal and are squeamish, I suggest you either click the timestamp or go watch something else. Personal recommendation? YouTuber called Cole Raven's Nest. I heard his content's pretty good and you should show him some love by liking and subscribing. So with that being said, let's get into the details. You have been warned. Now, depending on how unlucky you are, you can either see the GIF or the video. The GIF runs around 6 to 7 seconds and has no volume and says Dead Dog Gaming at the bottom. The video, however, from personal recollection, does have audio and is much longer, but is essentially the same thing. The video is much more rare and neither should ever be sought out. The graphic content shows a dog laying on the ground against the wall with its ears tucked back. The worried animal sits there patiently while a man decides to pick up a shovel off screen. He then swings his shovel across his body at the dog and hits the poor animal in the head. The first strike was so powerful it completely immobilizes the dog and it's sent into a state of shock. The dog is then repeatedly struck with this shovel a few more times to the head and then body. The GIF then ends after only a few seconds since it's a clip of the full video but sped up. I'm assuming the GIF is sped up to compact the shock in a short duration to make you witness as much as possible in such a little amount of time. Before I go into the spreading of this content, I do want to shout out Screamer Wiki for having some links at the bottom showing how long this video has been around. Thank you to the owners and thank you to the people providing this info since it did help me out a lot with the creation of this video. Clicking on one of the links in the Screamer Wiki, you can find a bodybuilder forum from June 2010. Of all fucking places, yes, a bodybuilder forum. Now, the people in this forum are discussing a video and spreading the GIF via a link that's present but no longer active. Something else to add is that a person on this forum alleges that the dog mauled a baby and that's why it was hit with that shovel. I did some research, zero fucking evidence to back this claim. Off the heels of that forum, we can now move on to Reddit, which very sinister behavior took place. Someone made a Reddit account solely to spread this content to horrify those unlucky enough to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. This individual went across several subreddits that include r/funny, rare puppas, and animals being derps. The fuck does that even mean? These screenshots were shared on a subreddit called Total Piece of Shit, which showcases bad behavior whether it be online or in the real world.
What are you doing? Huh? You think that's funny?
Once these events transpired, two obvious things took place. For one, a lot of people were pissed, rightfully so, and he was banned from Reddit. Now, you would think something like this would die out due to time, but according to Google Trends that I snagged off for Screamer Wiki, another shout out to them, it spiked again in 2021, which is when I saw it for myself. To add to that, it was used on Twitter around the same time to yet again troll people. Just really piss poor in taste. So that's essentially ShovelDog for you. It's pretty much some douchebag who decided to take a video of a dog getting hurt, turn it into a GIF, sent it on 4chan, and as you know, when you plant a seed like that, it grows roots, and roots grow onto different social media platforms, scarring and traumatizing many other people. And I hate to say it because I'm looking at the clock right now. It is February 1st, 2024. Okay, well, what point are you getting at, Cold Raven? Well, remember when we looked at that Google chart and the trends? Every 3 to 4 years it's down, and then it pokes its ugly head back out like a motherfucking groundhog. And I think we're just due in time for another one of those ShovelDog pandemics. Here's what you gotta do. If it pops up, just report it. And hopefully, you know, social media apps or whatever, the moderators will go ahead, ban the individual, get rid of it. Do not react to it. That's the biggest problem. Do not be reactionary. If someone sends you it, don't go ahead and, like, say you find it on Twitter and someone sends you it, because that's what I was seeing. It was like a woman doing makeup or somebody opening up, you know, a John Cena figure. And guess what was happening? Someone's like, it's a pretty cool action figure. Shovel Dog. What? Do not reply to that tweet saying, oh my god, I'm scared, oh my god, I'm traumatized. Do not do that, because what you're doing then is you're feeding into it and you're enabling that behavior. You are giving them what they want. They are throwing out their fishing lure, a little shrimp, and you're biting your shrimp, and you're the little guppy. You're a guppy. I've been saying the word guppy since 2018. You're a little guppy. Do not be a guppy. Do not bite the fishing lure. It is bait. They just want you to give them the reaction. And when people were, freaking out on Reddit, and they were doing like this big post, don't do that. Just report the person, and hopefully it's just taken care of as soon as possible. Do not enable that type of behavior. Now again, I'm all for trolling. I love trolling. I do a little bit of trolling. I just do a little bit of trolling. It's fun, but there's like, I hate to say it, there's like a code of ethics. There's a line you don't cross. And sending somebody some shit like this, you don't do it. Again, be a little bit of a douchebag. Send them some Dr. Pimple Popper, something disgusting. It's like, oh God, I'm not gonna eat for a day. We don't send them something to scar them. You know what I'm saying? And even at that, if you're gonna send somebody something like that, make sure it's friends and family. Do not do this with strangers online. That is not okay. That ain't cool. Okay, I hate to have to say that. It's not cool to send shocking content to people that you do not know online. That's not okay. It's pretty stupid. It's like fucking pretty much damn near virtue signaling. But I just gotta make sure I throw that out there, right? To let you know where I stand. Because if I don't let people know where I stand, it's be 1 or 2 people like, well, Cole David, what are your thoughts about people saying? Well, there you go. It's my fucking thoughts, One last thing I do want to say before I go ahead and I end this video. Do not look for it. Don't look for it, okay? A lot of people will always say, oh man, I was looking for it and then I found it and I'm traumatized. Trauma. Don't do that. I've seen people write down inside my other videos and I always state, do not look for it, okay? Don't look for it. I don't care how curious you are. I don't care about that little itch you got and you just gotta know what it's like. Don't do it. It's stupid. And essentially, when you do go looking for content like that, you're just putting yourself in a very dumb and bad situation. I warn against it, okay? Completely against it. Do not look up this type of content or any type of content that I do talk about on this channel. I'm completely against searching it up and doing your own research, because there's a difference between doing research and just wanting to, put yourself through bullshit. Don't eat the shit sandwich. That's essentially what I'm trying to tell you. I love you, and if you're gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch you sit at the table and there's turkey and there's mac and cheese over here, I'm like, hey, what'd you bring to the table? You lift up your lid. Oh, I'm just gonna eat this shit sandwich real quick. Why are you choosing to eat the shit sandwich? You can just not eat it. You're not obligated to eat it, but you just went out of your way to bake bread, shit in it, and then you're gonna eat it. And then you expect me not to try to smack it out of your hand? Guys, do not search it up. Do not eat the shit sandwich, okay? Jeez, man. So with that being said, let me know down inside the comment section below what you think about my editing this video. Last video I made was Snuff R73, which dropped yesterday. It is February 1st, 2024. And I do want to know what you think about the editing. Go ahead, give me some criticism. Be like, Cole Raven is pretty good. That shit was hot garbage. Let me know what you think. I decided to work on it a little bit more, add a little bit more pepper, a little bit more Latino spice to my game. Gonna try to up the game a little bit more. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So let me know down below what you thought. And on top of that, like, favorite, share, most importantly, the comment and subscribe. Check out my Patreon for early access content, polls, and updates, and all that good shit. And you can also get early access content if you become a member of the channel. But I always suggest you go to Patreon, because at the end of the day, Patreon, you get much more exclusive stuff. So with that being said, I'm your boy, Cold Raven. I'm going to catch y'all the fuck later. If you're a guy, go jack your gherkin. If you're a chick, go flick your bean. And peace. Oh, hey, take that shit with ya. Take that. Oh, that was horrible. I drank this blue Mountain Dew. Don't drink Mountain Dew. Oh God, that's where that came from. That came from the Mountain Dew. Oh God, and some taquitos, some 7-Eleven. Now peace.